Good morning, manifestors. It's Paula from the 411 on manifesting. Welcome back to my channel. How was your weekend, everybody? Did everybody have a good Halloween? A good November 1st, kind of entering into the colder time now. If you had little kids and took them out trick-or-treating, I hope it was good. I remember taking my kids out when they were little. It was mostly so I could eat all their candy, but anyway, it was still a good time. I love that. Oh, let me tell you about my weekend. I'm still recovering from my weekend in a good way. But I went to my first annual Witches Rising retreat hosted by Mystic Manna. It was amazing. Like, honestly, it was really amazing. I really didn't know what to expect from this weekend. We did have an itinerary. There was, mentioned about what we were going to be doing in the weekend. And it wasn't really that. It wasn't like the structure of the retreat. It was the connections I made that I kind of wasn't expecting. And then they were really amazing. Like, I made some lifelong friends this weekend, which I am so grateful for. I met some women that I'm going to keep in touch with in the future, and maybe explore some financial opportunities with. And it was beyond kind of what I thought it was going to be. I knew there would be a lot of crafting, because there's a lot of crafting at Mystic Manna events, which I love. Like, honestly, that's my jam. Those of you that know me know that's my jam. So that was really cool. We got to do a lot of really neat crafts. And sometimes, I am a crafter. If you know, I am a retro crocheter. I do crochet things and create things and stuff like that. But I really suck at sewing. So we had to make a poppet where you just sort of, a poppet is where you it looks like a little gingerbread man, kind of. You just sort of cut that little shape out and you stuff it, and it's what you stuff it with and the intention that you put in it when you make it, right? So I had some different crystals in mind that were intuitively picked by us, by Mystic Manna, and we stuffed it, and really it takes a long time to sew it by hand, right? So you're always thinking about your intention kind of going in it. And mine looks like a frog. Like, it looks exactly like a frog. It doesn't look anything like a human shape or a poppet shape, anything like that. And it makes me laugh, but that's okay. Like, I really like it. It's really cute. So that was a lot of fun. But we just made some really neat things. But so that was my weekend, and it kind of led me up to the vlog this morning, which is called "This Life is Awesome If You Do It Right." And I thought about this because, we're all handed all of these really cool opportunities from time to time, like all of us are. There's not anyone that I don't know that isn't given an opportunity to do something, really cool or amazing. But it's how you take that opportunity and what you do with it. Because you can be presented with an opportunity. It can either maybe scare you. It could not interest you. Your mind immediately can go to, oh God, that would be great, but it's going to be so much work. Where am I going to find the time? These kind of different things that you're putting your energy to when you first hear about something really good that could potentially happen. So there's a couple of things that I do for myself in the morning, just to get myself ready for the day. So one of them is, while I'm still in bed, when I sit up and get out of bed, one foot on the floor says thank, the other foot on the floor says you. Thank you. And thank you as I work my way to the bathroom. Thank you as I'm brushing my teeth. I brush my teeth with my left hand. I'm right-handed because it really wakes up my brain in the morning. Mirror work, looking at myself in the mirror, saying I love you, saying thank you. If that is hard for some of you, I did learn this weekend to actually take a pen or like a felt and write it on the mirror and then read it back to yourself if you find it's too hard to actually say to yourself. And I really like that one because that is a really hard one. It's really important that we do acknowledge that we do love ourselves and that we're proud of ourselves. But I realize and recognize that it is hard for a lot of people to actually say that out loud. So writing it on a mirror is really cool. I really, really like that. But living your life the right way is honoring what you're doing, financially, spiritually, physically. You know, if you're giving your body movement in the morning, if you're, drinking enough water throughout the day, things like that. So physically, honoring your body is so, so important because it gives you the fuel that you need to get through the rest of the day. I think a lot of us take that for granted. I do movement every morning. I do not drink enough water. I know that about myself. I know that about myself that I don't drink enough water. I don't always eat the best. You know what? This weekend at the retreat, there was a private chef there who created all of our meals. I don't even want to say cooked because she created all of our meals. We didn't bring in any outside food. All the snacks that we had were healthy. Everything was nourishing. I found that I didn't overindulge this weekend. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a good sized plate of food, but I did not overindulge, go back for big heaping seconds. I think we had Mexican food one night and I love Mexican food. I did go back for seconds that night, but honestly, it was so nourishing and filling that I didn't feel like I was satisfied. I didn't feel the need to keep going back and, eating until I was so full I couldn't move. And that's a really important thing, right? Is that we eat the right food. And I don't often eat the right food. So it sort of made me think when I was driving home yesterday, how good I felt. Because I was exhausted. The retreat weekends are really tiring just because you expel a ton of energy, mentally and mostly mentally and emotionally. But it's good. You leave exhausted, but completely happy and satisfied and excited to go forth. So yeah, don't get me wrong there. But it just sort of occurred to me how good I felt. And I think it was from what I put in my body during the weekend. I think that had a really big play on it. So in living this awesome life that I have, that's something that I know that I need to do right is put better food in my body. I have the movement down. I'm getting the movement down, but putting better food in my body and taking the time to prepare it and prepare it with love and, really think about what it's doing when it's going into my body and what it's there for. So, thank you, Chef Sarah. That was a real awakening that I had around my food. So I really appreciated that this weekend. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, just really thinking about how you can live your life in the best way and reminders of that kind of going forward throughout your day. So there was a really cool one for me that is still so close to my heart. But when I began my manifesting journey a few years ago, I was very new to it. I had been manifesting a lot in my entire life, which I, realized kind of later on, but specifically asking for something and then having it come true in a matter of weeks or a month was not something that I was really familiar with. And especially putting things on a vision board and having them come true was not familiar with that. So a few years ago, I had, and I've talked about this in some earlier podcasts, but a few years ago, I had made a vision board and I had a check from the universe on there for $1,500. And it was to pay off just a bill that, I wanted to go. It was kind of on my list of things to do. And I had it sort of right in the middle of the vision board. I actually still have the vision board, and I might just do a vlog on that one day because it's still the coolest story in my life. But anyway, I just sort of had it on the vision board because there was quite a few things I wanted to do, but that was one of them. But it was right in the middle, and it was something that I was able to like be in my eye line sort of every day. And probably like 2 weeks after I made that vision board, Mystic Manna contacted me and asked me to make 22 crocheted shawls. 22 crocheted shawls. It's a lot of shawls. It's a lot of crocheting. I was so excited though. And so we worked out a price, and the price was $1,572. So that happened. Okay. That was sort of my first cemented belief into manifestation. And it still makes me teary-eyed when I think of that story. So, and I know that Mystic Manna does know that story. I'm not sure if she really knows the impact that it had on me and still does have on me. But this weekend at the retreat, there was a half a dozen women wearing those shawls. And it just really, really hit me that we've been going to these retreats. Like we're going to be all going to be lifelong friends because of these retreats. We all did not know each other at one point in our life, and we are now just bonded pretty much for life. And it was such a cool awareness to see these women wearing the ponchos I created for an event that happened a few years ago, and that event changed my life about manifesting. Isn't that wild? Like, it's just all so connected. So choosing to think this way is how I really live my life. I live my life with the belief that everything happens for a reason, and that my life is fucking awesome. I just have to do it right. And I know what to do. And I know when I make good choices, good things happen to me. Always. Like, never without a doubt. And I know a lot of you can relate to that. When you make good choices, good things happen. When you even have the intention of good choices. So this life that we get, we really have to make sure that we do it right. I can't stress how important that is. You know, and if you have a hard time maybe switching some things in your life around that you want to do right, please start small. If you do 1% better than you did yesterday in changing something that isn't going right for you in your life, or that's affecting you, you will be unrecognizable at the end of the year. Think of that. That is today's vlog, everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing, amazing week. It's the first week of November. We still don't have any SNOW. It's quite wonderful. I know it's coming, and that's okay. That's part of the change that we go through this winter. So yeah, but it's still beautiful right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Helps me come back every week and make more content for you. I would love to hear in the comments anything that you're doing for your life, that you're doing right to live your best life, or any changes that you've made. I love your comments. It really does help us all grow together. Thank you for watching. And if nobody tells you this week, I love you. Have an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.